Welcome to the legendary Daytona International Speedway. Today, it will be the host of the first ever NASCAR Hot Wheels Cup Series qualifying session. Qualifying for the Daytona 500 is about to take place, but before we get there, let's review the format real quick. Of course, the Daytona 500 is the only race that doesn't follow the typical lap time qualification system. Instead, the Daytona 500 qualifying is done through what is called the Daytona Duels. Today we will have 2 duels, each consisting of 9 cars. Now this small version of Daytona is not a lap track, so cars will have to compete in heats. So each duel of 9 cars will be split up into 3 heats of 3 cars each. Each heat will go down. The winner of each heat will move on to face the other winners. The winner of that final heat wins their duel. The same will happen for the other duel. The winners of each duel will earn a pole position. So today, for the Daytona 500, we'll have 2 pole positions. Everyone is after this victory lane position and looking to get to that finish line first. Real quick, let's review the track setup. Now, the Daytona track and the qualifying or dual track are very different. You can see the Daytona track on the left and the qualifying track on the right. The Daytona track is 5 feet longer than the qualifying track. It also has 7 feet of trackless racing, meaning there's no orange track to keep the cars online. The qualifying track is only 12 feet long and has all track racing. So how a car runs on the qualifying track is not representative of how it will run on the regular Daytona track. Trackless racing is very different. The reason there is only track for the qualifying session is for the safety of the drivers. That's it for the pre-race show. Let's get to qualifying. Here's our roster for duel number 1. The first heat will consist of the 1 of Jamie McMurray, the 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and the 31 of Ryan Newman. We're off racing. Newman with the early lead. He holds on to win the opening heat. Stenhouse in second, McMurray in third. So it is Ryan Newman becoming the first car to head to the final of duel number 1. Let's see who will join them. We've got Austin Dillon, Matt Kenseth, and Kyle Larson. We're off. It's neck and neck to the finish. It's between the 3 and the 20. Let's see who got it. Matt Kenseth and Austin Dillon were racing hard there, but in the end, Austin Dillon just able to get a nose on Matt Kenseth, who takes second. Larson comes in third. Austin Dillon joins Ryan Newman in the final of duel 1. What will be who will be the third car to join them? Will it be the 5 of Casey Kane, the 22 of Joey Logano, or the 78 of Martin Truex Jr.? Let's find out. We're off. Logano gets the good start and will win the race. Down the backstretch, he was able to hold off the 78 of Martin Truex, who finished second, and Casey Kane took third. So there it is. Joey Logano is headed to the final of duel 1 as well. It's time for the final heat and to find out who will get the first pole position and win duel 1. We're off. Newman with the lead. He holds off Logano to win it. Ryan Newman will take the pole position in duel 1. Joey Logano finishes second. He will start third in the 500, and Austin Dillon finishes in third. Newman absolutely dominating the first duel. He becomes the first ever pole winner in NASCAR Hot Wheels Cup Series history. So Ryan Newman is looking good headed into Daytona 500. Here is your qualifying order. Austin Dillon in third, Truex in fourth, Kenseth in fifth, Stenhouse Jr. in sixth, Kane in 7th, Larson in 8th, and McMurray in 9th. Here's your Duel 2 roster. 9 more cars. Who's going to get the second and final pole position? We got Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, and Kurt Busch, Kyle's brother, in the first heat. Duel 2 kicks off. Kyle Busch with the early lead, and he will win the first heat of Duel 2. He manages to hold off Brad Keselowski, who looked like he might be making a run on him to come back, but he could not. He finishes second, just beating out Kurt Busch for that position. So Kyle Busch is headed to the final heat of Duel number 2. Heat 2 has the 4 of Kevin Harvick, the 21 of Blaney, and Mr. 7-time Jimmy Johnson. wear off. And it's Harvick just beating out the other two to the finish line. Jimmy Johnson in a close second. Ryan Blaney with a poor start there. Looks like he spun the tires a bit, allowing Harvick to get that win no problem. So Harvick joins Kyle Busch. Two champions already through to the final heat. Who will join them? Will it be the 88 of Dale Earnhardt, the 24 of Chase Elliott, or the number 11 of Denny Hamlin? Here we go. Hamlin with the early lead. He manages to hold off the Hendrick Motorsport teammates. It was neck and neck down that front stretch, but down the back stretch, Hamlin just pulled away. Elliott comes in second, followed by the 88 of Dale Jr. So Hamlin punches his ticket to the final heat of Duel number 2. Who will win Duel 2 in the second pole position? We got two Joe Gibbs Racing teammates and Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin. Let's see if they can work together to defeat Kevin Harvick. We're off. It's Harvick with the early lead, and he will win Duel 2 and gain himself his first pole of the year. Kyle Busch comes in third, followed by the number 11 of Denny Hamlin. Good race there. However, it is the Ford Stewart-Haas. That's right, Stewart-Haas in Ford this year, starting off strong with a pole position. Here is your qualifying order with that duel. Harvick in first, Denny Hamlin in second, Kyle Busch finishes third, Jimmy Johnson in fourth, followed by the number 2 of Brad Keselowski in fifth. It's another Hendrick Motorsports car, the 24 of Chase Elliott. Kurt Busch is in the 41, followed by Dale Jr., and gaining that last qualifying position was Ryan Blaney. Let's take a quick look at your starting order. This is how they will line up for the 500 this Sunday, or next Sunday, I should say.